All right. Here we have the list of bats through 15. 15 of 30. We're halfway through. You'll see again at the end over on the right side the starting compression before we tested for the night and after we got done. And then the pass-fail mark is the far right column. We have not had a bat fail to date. And you'll see that the OG Demon, Anarchy Demon, is still sitting in the top spot. And again, by average, this is the average of the four of us from our top 5 swings. So our top swings overall and our average. 27-ounce OG Rebellion second, and then the Naughty and the Anarchy Ambassador and the Anarchy Outcast in the top 5. And then the old school 2014 Aftermath, Flipper Aftermath. And then you get into the Monster OG DNA, the Splatter, that's the Juice Tech, and then the OG Fallout, Stiff Handle Fallout, the Cyborg Balance Bat, 25-ounce, the Spider Karma, limited run on that one, and that's basically a Fallout, that's a 26-ounce, the 25-ounce 2500 White Sinister, the EST, which is the Purple Dinosaur, we call that one, that's a 26-ounce, half-ounce end load, Purple Dinosaur, the OG Mike and Patriot, 26-ounce. And last but not least, the Nautilus. That was the Balance Bat, 27-ounce, swung like a feather, hit like a feather. From people I've talked to say that we probably would have gotten better results if we had swung the end-load version, which I think is the Gold Bat. But I had that one. I had it open. I had gotten it cheap, and we tried it, and we didn't really like it. So that's holding up the rear. And again, the most important note here on this, the top 5s, obviously seeing that they're anarchies and, and I remember game anarchies, so people will say, oh, well, anarchy guys swinging anarchies, putting anarchies at the top spot, duh. But the key point to this to note is that these are not new out of wrapper bats. These are seasons bats, let's call them. These things are, if you look at these compression numbers, that 1250 mark is about where they turn that page and hit that other gear. So you're looking for an Anarchy cross-core bat. If you want to game one, you want to get similar results or decent results, and you want to start hitting the ball and getting that pop and getting a distance to really see what these things can do, you really want to get them around that 1250 mark or under on the compression tester. It's very tough to go by swing count. Swing count's only going to give you half the story. Temperature matters, the ball matters, the person hitting the bat matters. So swing count is just a, it's, let's call it a fake number. You can't really put too much weight on the swing count. It's just not a realistic number. Compression numbers are where it's at. That's what's going to tell you the true performance of a bat. So that's why they're listed there to go to see how they're going to go. So call it a trending chart so you can kind of see the bats that are doing really well and where they're testing at, and you can kind of surmise of where they're going to be. If they get a little bit better, lower on the compression, they should do a little bit better, and vice versa. We do have a couple bats coming up that we did already that aren't ready. The videos aren't ready, so they're not on this list, but the compressions were a little bit higher, and therefore the performance was not as good. So you could put all these numbers together, and you can correlate where, how these bats are doing based on how broken in or not broken in that they are. So that's a very important number to go by, is that compression number. So again, the reviews that are going on out there, pay attention. If anybody has a compression tester, use that. It's really going to tell you the whole story of a bat and where it is. I could tell you I have bats that people have said they put 1,000 swings on from the Anarchy cross cores, and I test them, and they're still over 1350. So give you an idea. People have said, oh, I've hit some 44s with it. I've hit some of the white and orange Evil BP balls, those spinners or whatever, and even the green and yellow NX3s type spinners. And, so I've hit some hard balls and stuff, and they're still testing high. They're still over 1350. So I don't know exactly off the top of my head what the new and wrapper bats test at. I know they all crackle and crunch, and the compression goes way up high on all these new bats, but they're all around 1450-ish, up to 1500-ish out of the wrapper. So just to give you an idea, You really got to put a lot of work on the anarchies to get there, and in all bats. So anybody who says that all these monsters are hot out of wrapper, or any bat for that matter, the closest thing I've seen to hot out of wrapper, or what it's going to be, or decent to what it's going to be 500 slings later or whatever, are like the creatures or the KP23s. Those don't seem to change a lot. They will a little bit. Obviously, every bat's going to change a little bit, but monsters need a lot of swings too. Anarchies need a ton of swings, 3 times the amount. But even the monsters need a bunch of swings. Nothing's really ready to go out of the gate except, like I said, those few select bats. The DeMarinis, for some reason, the numbers are not the greatest for some of the newer ones, but the King of the Jungle is a decent bat. We do have that coming up, and like I said, that Aftermath from 2014 was a surprise bat. I didn't think that was going to do a lot, and it was actually a solid performer. So, any questions? Again, message me. You could comment here. You can message me. Get me on Facebook, and again, Swing Hard Softballs, the page over there, and you can hit us up there. So hit me up. We'll answer it whatever you can. We do have a live thing coming up. We're gonna do a live with the 4 of us, a sit down, like a Q&A. It's gonna be like a live video on Facebook, and you guys can just write down questions and shoot them in, fire them in, and we'll have it live, and we'll answer them right on the spot. So we're gonna do that coming up too, so you guys can put together. And I'll announce it so you guys are ready to put some questions together for us. So anything, what bat we like the most, or what bat we wish we could do again, or what other bat you'd like to see featured, or just questions about something we've already done, or something you've seen us in the review and you wanted to question something, anything, hit us with some questions, hard-hitting questions. I don't care, whatever it is, we'll answer it. So, all right. So thanks for tuning in. And there's the numbers for the first 15. We got plenty more coming. Like I said, we got another 15 on the way, and we'll hit this 30, and then we'll see where it takes us from there. We'll be heading right into warmer weather, hopefully, and spring will be on us, and we'll get outside. So, all right, well, appreciate the time, and we'll be back at you with some more stuff. Thanks, everybody.